What's going on, gamers? True gamers out there. Sega Man back with another video. I did do a video earlier, about gaming news and about the things that are going on with, the Avenger game. But I wanted to come back and do another video because I promised you guys I would do this video. And this video is my collection of what I think is the best PlayStation. In my opinion, is the PlayStation 2. And I'm going to show you all the games you see here. I collect. I have a lot. And I have some stragglers downstairs, like some SOCOMs and just different games I found, but they're buried. These ones I have on my shelf. These are the ones I particularly play when I go to play the PlayStation 2. And I'm going to show you the first generation of the PlayStation 2, the first one that came out at launch. So let's get started. This is what the PlayStation 2 looks like. All right. Now I found this. Actually, I found two of them at my flea market, my local flea market, a few years back. Both systems didn't have any controllers or cords with it. The guy had two. Now I took a risk. I really did. But I told him, I said, it doesn't have any cords or anything, and you're selling two of them that don't have nothing that come with it. I would be willing to take them both off your hands if you give me a decent price. Now this was an older guy. He had all kind of weird different stuff. Now I don't know if he bought them somewhere else or had them in his house or whatever, but he was an older guy. He was a cool guy though. And he was very generous with his price. And I actually have got both of my PlayStation ones, the PlayStation 2 model ones, I mean. He gave them both to me for $15. $15. Now, I took a chance. I didn't know if these were going to work. I didn't know if the drawer in the front was going to work properly. And it turns out they did. They both work properly. Now, my wife likes she likes the game Katamari Damacy. Now, this one's a little dirty because I had this one downstairs tucked away. Because the one I use is I found another PlayStation 2, but it's a PlayStation 2 Slim. It's a silver edition. I found that at my local thrift store for $10. And it had a small plug with it like this big. It wasn't the original plug. It was like this big. You know what I'm saying? It plugged into it, but it was like this big. They said that's all they could find. So they gave it to me really cheap. But that's what it looks like there. It's big, but this, in my opinion, was the best PlayStation that ever came out. You know what I mean? And this one still works. The one my wife put the one I gave her away, and she got tired of playing Katamari Damacy, if I'm saying it right, Katamari. I went out and bought her both of them on a PlayStation, and she just likes them, and she likes the one that's on the 360. But now she's back to playing the old school Wii. She bought a long time ago, but she likes those games. But this is your first generation PlayStation 2, you know? But, I have this as a backup. Let's say if the Slim, I don't know, burns out or whatever, I have this, to use when I want to play the PlayStation 2. So now let's get into the games. Do I hate PlayStation now? Do I hate PlayStation now? I'm just saying. I don't hate PlayStation, okay? I just don't like the new generation of PlayStation and, the way they do things today. But I do collect for the old systems. So let's get into the games, all right? There's a lot to go through here, okay? But I'll show you. Now, this is actually a really good game I found for a couple dollars at a thrift store. I couldn't believe it, you know what I mean? But I tried it out. It's by Konami, and it's pretty good. And it did come complete, and it is Contra Shattered Soldier. I think it's Soldier. Yeah, I found that at a thrift store. That is complete. the book and the game in it. You guys got to remember, I've had these games for a long time. You know, I've been collecting for a long time. I just came upon games that were just dirt cheap when I guess people weren't collecting for the PlayStation 2. If you go into a mom and pop store today, all right, if you go into an exchange, if you have an exchange around you, or you find one out in the wild while you're searching for games, you can find PlayStation 2 games very cheap. I'm talking like $1 and up. It depends on what the game is. Now, a lot of them might be sports games, but you can find some titles that for like $2, $3 that are regular game titles. You know what I mean? That you can find, you know, for on the cheap. You know, so um, but it is a pretty decent Contra game on the PlayStation 2. This one I found for $1. It's a pretty weird, wacky type of racing type of game, and this is called Road Trip. I found that for the PlayStation 2. I think it was $1.75 at my local thrift store. You remember the blue backing on that? Perfect condition. You know what I mean? But it did come complete. You know, and I'm gonna try to go through these real fast because there's a lot here. You know what I mean? So. The next one I got, which is a great series that came out on other systems also in the past. This is I found this. Yeah, it actually has a price on it. $1.75 at my local thrift store, and that is Wipeout Fusion for the PlayStation 2. $1.75 PlayStation 2. Some people think I'm probably lying, but you can see on the sticker right there $1. You can see it 75, $1. You know, I don't have to lie. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you the truth for what I paid for something, and that is complete. And it's not. It's actually. It's Wipeout Fusion is actually a fun game uh, to play. It's a pretty awesome game to play. So now I found this at the exchange. I think I paid $8 for it. Some of these games have went up in price, especially I believe the one on the original OG Xbox, which I own too. But this is a great game to buy for any of those old school systems like the OG Xbox and the PlayStation 2. Now, Unlimited One Productions, my brother, this is a great game to buy if you can find it for a good price for your OG Xbox. And is the better version, but this version is also good on the PlayStation 2 by Sega. Is Outrun '06 Coast to Coast. So if you can find that unlimited for your OG Xbox, man, at a good price, it's very fun. You've probably played it in the past, I'm not sure, but it's a very fun game. And I have both for this and the Xbox, and that is complete. But you know, I'm a Sega. I like Sega. Anything Sega on any system, I'm going to collect for. And it's a very fun game on both systems. You know what I mean? The Xbox version is a little bit more sharpen graphics, a little better in graphics, but it still looks good and plays well on your PS2. Now, the next one we got here, I found for a couple of dollars too a while ago. This is Neo Contra by Konami for the PlayStation 2. It's another Contra game right there. Artwork on the back. You know what I mean? Found that at for a good price. I think it was a couple of dollars. Now this one does not have the manual in there, but it does have the game, and I found it for a couple of dollars. But it's also a pretty awesome game. Really nice graphics for that time period. Very awesome boss battles in this Neo Contra. Great game for your PlayStation 2. Now this game here I found at half price books. Let me see how much I think it was a couple dollars. Is a HSX um, Hypersonic Extreme. It's like a futuristic racing game, and I found that on the cheap there at half price books. I like all kind of type of racing games, and I don't really like to play racing games honestly on the PlayStation systems at all. It's just the mechanics of the controller. I mean, it has to be like this. You know what I mean? I cannot play. Sometimes you can get used to it, and I kind of got used to it with certain racing games on there, like Gran Turismo. Forget it. it just sucks in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But if it was something like this, it would be to me a more better and more fun experience with a controller like the Xbox systems offer. But it's not a bad game. Once you get used to it and the driving mechanics on there, you'll be fine. Great game. I found this actually too. Now I found this at a you'll see what I'm talking about. I found this at a Goodwill. Now it looked like it had water damage on the cover, but it was Time Crisis 3 for the PlayStation 2. I paid $2 for it. You see down there, whoever had this, they just didn't take care of their games. You know what I mean? But I couldn't pass up the price, and luckily it had the manual inside. I've tried it out, and it's a pretty good game for the PlayStation 2. It's a fun shooter game, and I sometimes when I fire up the old PS2, I play it because Time Crisis is a good it's a good series, shooting series. So that's another great game on there. Now this one's pretty. It's called Crazy Frog Arcade Racer. Now, like I told you, I like different racers. This was $1.75 at my local thrift store. It's a pretty fun game. You know what I mean? It's different. That also has the blue backing. I mean, that's the old school. Okay? That's a fun game. That is complete. Most of the time you can find your PlayStation games mostly with the manual. When it comes down to sometimes collecting for the OG Xbox, very seldomly sometimes you get that manual. I just been lucky. You know what I mean? But that's a great game. Oh, what else we got here? All right, this is Street Fighter III. I think it's EX. Now this is, I guess, like a kind of like trying to be like Virtual Fighter and Tekken. I guess this is their version of their virtual way of doing their game. Is Street Fighter 3 EX. Now I heard this game; it's complete. I found this for like $2-3. I don't know. I think this might have went up in price, but it's not a bad game to own for your PlayStation 2. Not bad fighter because it's part of the Street Fighter series. Now I don't know if people liked this more than other ones, but I don't think it's too bad. But it's not a bad game. Another one I found on the cheap. When I found this, I had to clean it up. The guy sold it to me for $2. This is the Street Fighter Alpha Anthology for the PlayStation 2. It has Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2. Then there's another Alpha on here. It's Alpha Neo or something. I can't see it very well. Street Fighter Alpha 3, and then Gem Fighters on here, on this whole collection. Now I have Street Fighter Alpha 1 and 2 on the Saturn, and that to me that's the best versions. It's the best versions in my opinion because it feels like a direct port from the arcade. I own both of those originals on my Sega Saturn, but it is not bad on here. I mean, I had to pick it up because it's the Alpha Anthology, and that glad it came complete. You know what I mean? A lot of these games have went up in price. Some of them, like I said, people don't take care of their games. They're dirty in the front. They don't clean them. You know what I mean? I like taking care of my collections of my games. You know what I mean? But that's another gem to add to your PlayStation 2. Next one we have here, which is also a great collection. You should and you should be able to find it for a decent price if you collect for PlayStation. And that is the Sega Genesis collection. There's a couple of these classics on there, so that's not bad. That's complete, very clean, plays well. I've tried them, all the games on there, and it plays very well. Another great one to add to your PlayStation collection. Then now this is one that's very collectible because it has Darius Gaiden on it, and it's Taito Legends 2. I'm trying to find Taito Legends 2 for the original OG Xbox, and I will find it. But I had to pick it up on the PS2 because I don't have it in my collection. So that is Taito uh, Legends 2. Great genre of games on here. This is a must grab if you're into Taito old school games. Pick it up. Now this one here, Five and Below, right? When Five and Below first opened up, a little later, they had PS2 games in there, and I had to pick them up. And I'll tell you which ones I picked up from Five and Below because it was $5. This is PlayStation 2 King of the Fighters Collection. All right, the Orchi Saga, if I said it right. I got this at Five and Below for $5 damn. And it has King of Fighters 98, 97, 96, 95, and 94. You can't beat that to own for your PlayStation. If you're a PlayStation diehard fan of PlayStation 2, you need to own this fighting game because it has all those games in there for $5. It's a no-brainer. It's a great game to own. Now you can't get these anymore at not half price at Five and Below, but I picked them all up. The next day, the lady saved me the other ones because I think I only had like $20, and I picked them all up. But I'm going to tell you the rest of them when I go through the PlayStation 2 collection. Next one we have here is DOA Hardcore. Now, DOA 2 Hardcore. The PlayStation 2 version of this game it's okay. The best version is on the Dreamcast, but I did play and beat it on the PlayStation 2. It's not bad, okay, but it was kind of slow, kind of janky, wonky a little bit in their movements, not as fluid and movable as the Sega Dreamcast version, but it's worth picking up. I got it for $3, and I wanted to add it to my collection because DOA is my second favorite virtual, like game fighter. My first will always be Virtual Fighter, period, over Tekken, over Dead or Alive. Virtual Fighter is hands down the best, in my opinion. That is complete, but it's not bad on there. It looks good, color wise and everything. It looks good on the PlayStation 2. It's worth picking up if you can find it for a couple dollars. This is another one that came from Five and Below. This is Fatal Fury uh, Battle Archives 2. This has all the Fatal Fury games on the back of the cover here. Also, it has Real Bout Fatal Fury, Real Bout Fatal Fury Special, Real Bout 2, the new challenge. I think it says on there, but there's all these games on there. You can't beat that for $5. Here we go. Tekken Tag. I found this for $2.50. This is Tekken Tag Tournament Greatest Hits version. That was a few dollars at my local exchange. I wanted to get all the Tekkens for the PlayStation 2 because Tekken is a good fighting game. Okay, I'm not going to say it's not. It is, and I like it. Great fighting. One of my favorite characters on here is King. You know what I mean? He's a really cool character. And I think the other one, the one that's like Bruce Lee, I think his name is Law. I like those characters, and it's a great game to add to your collection. You can find these probably pretty cheap. But it's great to add. All right, now this is the only one I found at my exchange for $2 or $3. I think it was $3. It is the Art of Fighting Anthology. Okay, it has Art of Fighting 1 and 2, and then it has Art of Fighting the Warrior's Path, I think it's called. But I found that at my local exchange, and I like the Art of Fighting games. Now, if at the time you could not get Art of Fighting on the original OG Xbox, this comes close to the arcade version of Art of Fighting with visuals, sound effects, and music. It's pretty damn good on the PlayStation 2. You could probably find that on the cheap also, but it's an awesome game to own. This one I found actually at Five and Below. All right, this is the King of Fighters. Another King of Fighters game. It is awesome. Come with the manual and the game. clean, it was complete. $5. You can't beat that, man. These are great games to add to your collection, man. If you're into fighters, I'm into fighters, so it's a great game to add to your PS2 collection. Now, this one did come from the exchange. This is the King of Fighters 2006. It's another great game to add to your PlayStation 2. That is complete. Oh, and I have King of Fighter games on my OG Xbox. I'll have to do another video on that later. But I wanted to own these because they were dirt cheap for the PlayStation 2, so I had to have them. But this is a great game to also add to your collection. Great fighting games, man. Now, Virtual Fighter 4 for the PlayStation 2. Another great game to add. Unfortunately, Virtual Fighter games didn't come out for the OG Xbox. I'm a diehard fan of Virtual Fighter, so I found these for $2.50, and I'm going to buy them and play them on the PlayStation 2. Now, this did not come with a manual, but I got it real cheap. And it looks really good, and they did a good job. Sega did a good job putting this on the PlayStation 2 Virtual Fighter 4. Another great game is Tekken 4. That was another game. It was like $2, $2 or $3 from my exchange, and that is complete in there. Another great game to add. You need to, if you're into PlayStation 2, you should definitely add all the Tekken games to your collection because they're fun and they're awesome fighting games, man. So that's another one to add. Now this one here. I found this for $1. I tried it. It was kind of funny. It's by Crave. It's George George of the Jungle Search for the Secrets. I found that for $1, so I didn't want to pass it up. You know what I mean? And that came with the manual and everything. I wanted to add it to there. And when my son was younger, he tried it out. And he kind of liked it. You know what I mean? But it's a cool game. What else we got here? This is Tokyo Extreme Racer 3. Not a bad game. I picked it up for, I think it was like $2 at the exchange. The driving mechanics are okay in it, but I wanted to pick it up because it was on the cheap. The graphics are, pretty decent graphics by Crave, but that's another cool game to pick up for your PlayStation 2. Oh, not that one. That's that's a GameCube game. I had that mixed up in there, but it's a great game. I'll show you that game when I do another video. Another great game I found for $3, Rampage Total Destruction by Midway. That's another cool game to add to your PlayStation 2. What's this doing in there? I don't know. We'll show you it anyways. But that's the game, and it has Sonic Mega Collection book in there. I don't know how that got. I think I bought it, and somebody might have put that in there by mistake. But he's not in the game. But that would be cool, huh? If you was a big mutant hedgehog and start crushing the buildings, him and Knuckles and Tails and them, and they turn to these mutants, man. They start crushing the buildings, eating people. Wouldn't that be cool? Collaboration to have them in there. But yeah, this is a great game to own and add to your PlayStation 2 collection. You could probably find these. Some of these have went up in price, but this wasn't a bad price, so you could probably find them on the cheap. Now this game here is another game by Sega, and this is the Shinobi game for the PlayStation 2. Very good game. I played it, and I had it. I bought when I got it. This was in there. Okay, this is actually another version of it. I think. Let me see. I think it's called Nightshade. I don't know if it was supposed to go with it, but it's Nightshade. I don't know if it's a different version of the game, but she put it in there. Maybe she thought it went with it. It did come complete, but she put this in there, and I tried, and I think I don't know if it's a female version. If anybody knows in the comment sections, let me know. But she put that in there with it, so I don't know if it had an original case or it was supposed to come with it, but this is another great game to add to your PlayStation 2 collection. Now, this might have went up in price, I don't know, but very well done, plays well, graphics are pretty good. Another good game to add. Found this one on the cheap for about, I think it was at my local thrift store. I think it was $1.75. It didn't come with the booklet, but it is Crash of Titan for the PlayStation 2. But it does have the game, so not bad, not bad, not bad. Another great game to add to the collection. I have each version for GameCube and the original OG Xbox. My best version of this game is on the OG Xbox. They have Spawn in it, but it is Soulcalibur II, greatest hits for your PlayStation 2. Now this has the dude from Tekken in it, Hachi, I think his name is. But it's good. I played it with him and beat it with him, and it's a really great game. And you could probably get this for, I don't know, maybe $5. You know what I mean? I got it for $3.50, and it did come with the booklet and everything in it. Now to some of the shooters. Gradius 3 and 4. I got this at a flea market. Lady had a stand. I paid $5 for it. Great shooter on the PlayStation 2. That is complete. The Grady's 3 and 4. Awesome game. Not a bad game at all. Love it. One of my all-time favorites on there is Split Heat. Another great game if you're a shoot-'em-up person to add to your PlayStation collection. I have Split Heat also on the original Sega CD where it started. And that's it with its nice metallic color book. And the game, and that's by DreamWorks, I believe. Working Designs, I think. Yeah. Another great game to add. Another one that's a great shmup game, Raiden III. Great game to own for the PlayStation 2. Now, I don't know if it's went up in price, but it is a great game to own for your PlayStation 2 if you're a shoot-'em-up shmup like I am. You know what I mean? Shmups person like I am. Now, what was interesting about that is I got this again at a flea market, and it had Raiden Project in there for the original PlayStation 1. And I played it. It's an awesome game, so that's 2 for price of 1, which is awesome. So, why not? Another great, beautiful game, RType Final. It's another great shoot 'em up to add to your PlayStation 2 collection. Very beautiful backgrounds, water effects in there were good. You know what I mean? The ships are made very well. Great boss battles. This is a great game to own for your PlayStation 2, and that is also complete. And I believe you can buy this game on the GameCube if you collect for GameCube. Another great Sega Genesis Classic Collection for PlayStation 2. A whole bunch of different, the Ultimate Sega Collections remastered on here. It's not bad at all. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I only paid a few dollars for it. And it's intact and complete. And you can own Sega games on the PlayStation 2 if you look for them out there. I don't know if the prices have went up on these, but I got mine really cheap. But it's a great compilation to add to your PlayStation 2 collection. Very fun, very quirky pinball game. I collect a lot of video game pinball games on different variety of systems. One day I'm going to get every last pinball game out and show you every last pinball game I have for different systems that I own. But this is the Flipnik Ultimate Pinball. It's just totally different. You know what I mean? The boards are wacky and crazy. You go through jungles and water, you get to the other boards. It's just an awesome game. You know what I'm saying? And that is complete. So you can pick this up. I got this for I think it was $3 at my local exchange. Can't beat it, man. It's awesome and it's fun. And we're going on 30 minutes. That's how many games I have, guys. Bear with me. Resident Evil 4. I found this for $1.50 at a thrift store. It's not bad. The best version of this game is on the GameCube, but this version of the game is not bad at all. But I got that on the cheap. Greatest hits. Resident Evil 4. Alright. Now this is Crash Team Racing. You can see on the front, you'll see it. I paid $1.75 for that game, so it's not bad. It doesn't have the booklet, but it was $1.75, so I didn't want to pass that up. So it's another great game to add to your PlayStation 2. Last but not least, I never heard of this game. I found it for $8 at Half Price Books. It's called War of the Monsters. This looks like a really awesome game. Now, I haven't played it yet. I need to pop this in and play it. But it looks like a cool, like, kind of like Rampage type fighting game. But this is War of the Monsters. It's another great game I picked up for a decent price. Didn't have the book in it, but I didn't own it, and it looks very, very interesting. So I need to actually play and try this out. Well, that's all I got for today, guys. That's my collection of PlayStation 2 games. And I showed you the system. Like I said, I own 3. My wife has one that I showed you, like the OG one. And I have a slim one. And a lot of controllers I found at thrift stores and flea markets for like $1 or $2. Different types, too, for that system. So I want to do a PlayStation 2 collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more collection videos soon. You guys take care. All right, and I'll see you guys later. All right, keep it gaming, keep it true and positive in the Xbox community, and you guys just keep playing and rocking on, man, in these gaming streets. All right, Xbox for life, like my wife. Peace. Welcome to the X.